Well, welcome. My name is Hamel, and you may have seen me before. I think we danced together a little bit. We did some fancy walking. We did some fun character stuff that, for your Halloween costumes. And today I thought, since I did how I would warm up for a dance show, today I thought we would discuss how to warm up before a play as an actor. And in my voice for the actor class in grad school, that happened. I loved it. Great time. And I learned a lot in my voice for the actor class about the mind, the middle, and the mouth. And those are the three things that you need to warm up for a play as an actor getting ready for a play. So you need to warm up your mind. You need to warm up your middle, meaning all of you, your whole being. And you definitely need to warm up your mouth. Because you want to get your mouth around all those words so you can really articulate your text. And I don't mean texting on your phone. I mean the text as in a script. I brought in an old script from a show that I did called Abundance by Beth Henley. And I did this play at the Triad Stage Theater. I did a lot of stuff at Triad Stage. Hi Triad Stage, I love you, I miss you. And so I brought this in as an example. So this text, not your phone text. Right, so warming up our minds, our middle, and our mouth. So before show, I want to clear my brain. I need to clear out my brain so that I can get Amy out of the way, and I can make room for my character to be brought to life on the stage. So I'm going to come into what I call a neutral stance. And this is, let's say there's so much stuff going on, but I will get time. I'll ask my stage manager, ask your stage manager first. If the stage is clear, because they have to prep for the show, if you can have time out on the stage. I always like to have time on the stage before a show, and I will just center myself. So we want to go into a neutral position. So we call this your relative, and I don't mean your long distance cousin. So you start in kind of like your heel to your toe, and then you just pull that toe back and see I've got a nice neutral stance. My feet are right up underneath my hips, and I'm going to do nothing but breathe for a little bit. I'm going to focus on something on the wall or behind my camera lady right now, my lovely director. She's awesome. And I'm just going to take a nice few deep breaths. I just did breathing on camera. It is so important. Your breath is so important. It utilizes all of you, but you need also that breath for your speaking as well. So my mind, my middle, my mouth. I'm going to shake out my arms a little and make sounds with it, so I can start getting my breathing and my mouth moving at the same time. One of my favorites is bring your arms in like this. Take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, you make a little bit of sound, and then you shake your arms. Ready? It's just so much fun. Come on, do it with me. All right? So take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. And it makes you giggle. It gets your breath going. It gets your voice going. Start to loosen up your jaw. Do facial exercises. Let's do some facial exercises. Massage my cheekbones. Feels good. And I'm literally going to do like those little games you play, like squish it through. And then bring it back. I get paid to do this sometimes. And then you can make them bigger. You go, hey! Yee! I. Oh! 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 You. And take a nice deep breath in again. Fill up my lungs, feel my rib cage expand. It's just so much fun to do that. But now we're gonna get our middle moving a little bit more. I'm just gonna drop my head and let gravity take my head down. See, I'm not like trying to force my way down. It's not like dance or stretch. I just allow a nice, easy spinal hang, just dropping up my leg. Gravity take me. Oh, this feels so good. And I might breathe and shake out here. And then you want to slowly roll up and stack your vertebrae, just like you would in a dance class, and then just allow your head to slip up here. So, mind, middle, mouth, all those things I've already started to engage. So, I want to do some tongue twisters. Neutral position. 11 benevolent elephants. 11 benevolent elephants. 11 benevolent elephants. 11 benevolent elephants. So that's a fun one. 11 benevolent elephants. And you want to, see, I'm really trying to articulate everything. That's the point of our tongue twisters. It's not just for fun, but also to really make sure that we're chewing our words. And do your consonants. B, D, and G. Buttaga, 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 buttaga. Buttaga, buttaga, buttaga. That one's fun too. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. That's something that we do with a vocal, Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. That wasn't bad. So that's something that you can use vocally if you're doing a musical. You can do your scales with that, but it's also very good to get those M's. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Mind, middle, mouth. I'm warming up all three. I'll give you some 2-word ones. Toy boat. I'm not very good with that one. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. Oh, I'm okay. All right. Red wristwatch. Red wristwatch. Red wristwatch. Red wristwatch. Red wristwatch. Oh, I hope you're having fun. Red wristwatch. So those are some tongue twisters that you can do. Go find some more. There's plenty out there. I'm pretty sure that they've got apps with tongue twisters on them these days. So, mind, middle, mouth. Now, I want to consider all the things that I'm going to be doing in this play or in this production. For instance, in this play, Abundance, I had to run on stage, across stage. I had to run up a spiral staircase. I had to reach for the stars. I had to see my friend in the field across down on the ground. I had to run down the spiral staircase. It was big. Run across the stage, see my friend, and deliver a line. That's a lot of breath, and that's a lot of running. So, for my warm-up, after I've asked my stage manager if I could have time on the stage for my warm-up, I've gotten my mind out, focused on the show. I've got my mouth movement, I've got my body movement. I will run laps around the stage and say my lines as I'm doing them. Or I will, as I'm learning lines, I will do a push-up. Because sometimes in this very same show, I also had to do a few fight scenes. So I had to push a big guy down on the ground and threaten him. So I need to get all of my body ready for that. So sometimes when I'm learning lines, I will do it with push-ups. Talk about getting your whole mind, middle, and mouth moving. This is it. All right. Nothing. I just see. Here we are. What? Oh, your eye. So that's just an example. It's something fun. So, but also in this play, I had to whistle. You never know when, like I was perfect for this role, and the director knew it, and he wanted me for it, but I still had to audition. And you know what my audition was? To come in and whistle. So even your little itty bitty talents, you gotta use them. You never know when you might need them. I could not whistle growing up. Ask my friends, they still laugh at me. But I had to go in and I auditioned with not exactly the most perfect, but I could at least whistle a tune. But I gotta do it in the middle of the show. After I just run up a spiral staircase, reached for a saw my friend, ran down the spiral staircase, came back across, delivered my line, and then 2 seconds later sit on the floor and start whistling. That's how much my mental math helps. And those little hidden talents can get you a job. So, I did a play called Tennessee Playboy. And it was adapted by a playwright, Preston Lane. He's awesome, love him. And he kept rewriting this one line. Now, I have evidence, Preston Lane, I have evidence. I reckon you ain't never married too good since you killed your Paul. So because he kept changing this line, he finally decided that this was it. And so I wrote it down on this. And I can still say it. I had to say that over and over and over and over again before I finally got it. But evidence, that was finally the line. And I will never forget that line. But there's a lot of alliteration in that word. There's another big word, alliteration. Do you know what alliteration is? Alliteration is one of my favorite things. It's where you have a phrase that each word starts with either the same letter or the same sound, like something I came up with yesterday as I was cleaning leaves in Florida. Florida fall foliage. Florida fall foliage. That is an example of alliteration. They all start with F. So Preston Lane likes his alliteration. That was a fun show. So these are some of my notes from shows that I've done. I don't know. Oh, so another show that I did was called The Noodle Doodle Box. And in this show, I was required to make an entrance, literally, stuffed inside a box that they brought me in on a little dolly. So I was curled up, not kidding, like this, sideways, in a box, covered. And I had to pop out of it. Now, throughout the course of the show, I had to do a split. I had to jump in and out of this box. So I really had to warm up my body a lot. So I had to go through and think about all the things that I have to do in the show. I have to do a split. I'm not going to do it right now. Okay, maybe I'll try. I don't know. This is kind of funny. It's not going to happen today. That's another thing I would do in my warm-up before the show. Got my mind wrapped around words, and I've got my body warmed up for what I need to do, running upstairs, pushing the big guy down, breathing, whistling. Oh my goodness. All in the show. That's what we gotta do.